Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hi you guys, welcome back to another pick a card. My name is Felicia. Thank you guys for being here. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. Today we're getting into a how do your coworkers view you pick a card, and we have 3 archetypes for you to choose from. If you do not know me, my name is Felicia. I'm a human and civil rights advocate, and I run a nonprofit in women's health called Divas Can Manifest. You can find more about us down below. So let's get into it. Group 1, you are the priest. Group 2, you are the dilettante, and group 3, you are the mentor. Let's hop into it. Choose your card, and I'll see you in your selection. Hi group 1, welcome to your selection. So you chose the priest, and it came out in the light aspect. Facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Okay, your coworkers, how they view you, you remind them of their ethical and moral values. You remind them of their integrity. You facilitate a commitment that they have to themselves. I don't know what you guys could be doing for work. This could be like a personal trainer, a yoga teacher, working in health, diet, nutrition, dietitians, nutritionists, personal trainers, well-being coaches, wellness coaches of any kind. Maybe you work, maybe you do get paid to do something religious, or teaching some type of ideology. Maybe some of you guys went to the school of theology. Or your work involves something spiritual, something that may be intangible, but it is because you might have a higher degree of knowledge around it, or a skill or expertise around something. You could be, you have this, you can almost anticipate where people will show a emotional weakness or insecurity, and you remind people to stay strong where they would otherwise fold on a commitment to themselves or someone else. Some of you guys are, for work, you are a tarot reader, you are a tarot reader or a spiritualist in some type of way. Okay, so let's see. How do your coworkers view you? Group 1. Some of you guys, they definitely could see you as mavens and experts. Yeah, they're a very abundant friend. Okay, very abundant. Some of you guys just renewed your commitment to something. So they definitely see that you have maybe you channeled some energy recently, and it helped you recommit to this purpose. It helps you recommit to a value to help you stay committed and have renewed a sense of abundance around this work that you guys are doing together. Okay, and they feel definitely inspired and full of hope. Okay, so let's get into some chat messages from your coworkers. What can your coworkers are on the jelly team, is what I feel like. Okay, I feel like a lot of your coworkers are on the jelly team because or this involves like a lesson from the past. I don't know if these are coworkers that you could be dealing with, like that you could be working with now. Maybe this is a past job that may have seen that you stayed committed to something and found an abundance somewhere else. Your coworkers view you, group 1. We have plotting your downfall. Yeah, your coworkers are on the jelly team, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so there are no friends, friend. Okay, there's no friends, friend. Okay, we have 10th house energy. Okay, and we have beauty and brains. So This could be something from the past though as well, okay? These co-workers, they definitely see you as, you know, beautiful and brainy, and this is a matrix organization, friend, okay? Some of you guys, you are known to be a 10 out of 10 or something like that, or you are a priest, okay? And so you you are very aware of these shadow aspects, okay, around your career, work, beauty, and authority position, okay? Your co-workers, they definitely see you as abundance, like the amount of abundance that you have gotten, that you have, like, some of you guys have been promoted, have gotten fame, are running a business now. Some of you guys, your house is very rewarded. And these are, you know, people see your house as a sanctuary, as a big meeting place. Maybe your home does take up a big role in the community, and there could be somebody in the community that sees your social image and knows that you have an authority position in the community, or know that you are connected, that you are promoted, getting fame, getting business, okay? And so they see that, you know, these people are plotting an ending, okay, because they want to take you out of your authority position, okay? Some of you guys, this really does feel like you are a CEO, especially if you work as a CEO on a board of directors. You do any kind of investing at any time, you guys, that's very abundant, okay? Especially if you're like girl bosses, girl CEOs, especially like if you are a CFO, or you are a woman in a position of leadership, or a woman in an executive position. These people see that you are see your final, something where these people saw your final resting place. Your co-workers, they saw your home. I don't know how this happened. You know, these co-workers, these could be past life, this could be a past co-working situation, but this feels like these co-workers, when they saw your house, I'm hearing that something happened in a meeting or at a meeting place. I don't know if you guys had if you were like leadership positions and you had a holiday party or something, or you had a get together, or a professional, semi-professional, maybe happy hour at your home, or in a sacred meeting place, you know, like your house or something like that. When they came into your house, their hat was knocked off when they saw your house, okay? This is not, these people, they don't want you to have this final resting place. They do not, because your beauty and brains being all up on this social image, this beautiful home, or you guys got a promotion at work or something even, and there's literally somebody in the community that saw your home, and they have been trying to, you know, they've been trying to plot your downfall, okay? I don't know how they got into your house or something like that. They could literally just be seeing it on social media and trying to find the place where you meet, or where they're trying to find your home, your sanctuary, okay? These co-workers, they want to find your home, place where you sleep, because they see that you have an authority position, that your beauty and brains is on a social image. They know, though, that you've had a lot of working, you know, you've worked really hard to manifest yourselves through the 10th house. You've had a lot of professional goals. You've been very ambitious and motivated. But these people are some nasty enemies. They don't care. They'll come into your home like, you know, holiday party or co-workers after hours or something like that. Like, no, baby girl, no. They see your home, or they see your image, and they want to take you down, friend, okay? We have the letter. We have the key. And we have the whip. Okay, some of you guys, you know, there's a snake at work, okay? Because they see that at work, something where you have, maybe you had a workplace romance. And some of them, they see that they were plotting your downfall, because they saw some letters that you were exchanging with someone at your home, or they saw letters that you were exchanging with someone at work that, you know, showed that you had the key, you had unlocked the key for them or something like that. You had a key you have the key to this person's prosperity. They're seeing you with this person, okay? And so they don't want you guys to be able to lay a foundation so that you can't, you know, have a, you know, chivalrous suitor, like, or something, like where they want you to be in a scarcity so that you don't feel safe and secure to explore romance. So they want to stop you guys from having a meeting place, is what I'm hearing. They want to stop you from having a meeting place because they know, they like something where they know that you send out a lot of letters at work or something like that. They want to stop you from sending letters because they know that that means that you'll be whipping this partner, or that means that you'll be, you know, getting more information, getting more connected to this partner that sees your beauty and brains or something like that. Your coworkers want to plot your downfall because they see that you whip somebody, okay? They see that you whipped whipped a partner, whipped a lover, okay? Someone who sees your beauty and brains and on your social image, and they know that you're waiting on an important letter of correspondence, so they're trying to stop you guys from getting access to important information. Okay? How are your coworkers viewing you? I don't know how they're doing this, okay? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. These people, yeah, they're doing illegal activities, or they are in a competition. So this Ten of Pentacles, these could be people who lost their wealth to you as well, okay, with the Knight of Swords. You know, because especially with the abundance coming out, they see that you are very abundant, and they are just the opposite of abundant. They are the shadow, you know, aspects of wealth. They are, some of them are they're losing their career, work, and authority. Tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles. They feel like they lost something to you, okay? They lost something to you. Trying to plot your downfall, they were the ones that lost. Yeah, the Ten of Cups, they see that you're the one getting you're getting the fulfillment, and your partner is whipped by you, and they're the ones that are losing their foundation. They're the ones that are not becoming one. They're the ones that don't have an authority position in the community. I'm hearing that these were people who were in a fight for fame, and things got, they got out of control. And I think that they know that when this letter, these are people who may have even literally started, this is ending. I'm hearing something big. These are co-worker relationships that are ending. And they totally lost their wealth. Some of them, they're going to be removed from the press. They're getting removed from the media. They're watching you whip somebody, and this person is going to make your dreams come true, or they're going to give you the authority to, they're gifting you the authority in the community. And so these other people, a lot of you guys will be sending, they may have recently got a letter from you, or you're drafting letters to them to sever ties, to fire, to take over their establishment, to put them out of business, okay? These co-workers definitely lost wealth with you. These people were not they're plotting your downfall. They're not in a harmonious relationship with you, because when they saw your beauty and brains whipping somebody, they knew that you guys were becoming one through this social image, through these different letters that you guys send to each other, through this work that you're doing, your career, your whatever you're doing. And so they have been, they already lost, is what I'm hearing. And so the Six of Swords feels like this is like a past baggage, or, they're still lacking closure from where they lost. Some of this was literally a rite of passage. It's like you kind of had to take these people down, because it was like a competition at work for an authority position, and they were in competition, but they see that they didn't have the beauty and brains, so they didn't win. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. I think they're just lacking closure. That you're not working with them, okay? And that means that their relationships are ending, and that they don't have they don't have authority, and they don't have a role in your community, is what I'm hearing. Okay, a lot of you guys are about to receive a letter that's going to show you, that's going to give you a role in the community, that's going to give you a home, that's going to alert people of a status that you have And so it's going to make a lot of these other people who were competing for your career, it's going to make them lose value. They're not going to see their worth anymore. They're going to see your beauty, your brains, and your gift of authority, and these people are going into shutdown. So they know what this means. They know that you whipping this person that's, you know, making you the authority. They know that that means that that you're rising up. You have to continue rising up, is what I'm hearing. Or they know that, like, they'll try to plot your downfall so that you can't rise up. Okay. But I think that they see that it is a happily ever after, that it is a abundant house, an abundant career. Okay. And they just lost all value. What's the next move? Okay. Plotting your downfall. The Ace of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. I think that a lot of them, this feels like a past situation where they really, I think that the Fool in the reverse and the Four of Pentacles reverse is that these people took a lot of risk to compete with you with the Ten of Pentacles. And I think that they are, you know, they want a new opportunity to heal, because you realize that they were doing all of this to stop you from laying a foundation. They were doing all of this to plot your downfall. And now they're seeing that you're receiving a letter that makes their effort very futile. Okay, a promotion, fame, or an investment in your business, and they're saying there's something where your beauty and brains whip someone, and they were not, like something where they watched somebody fall in love with you, and so they knew that they couldn't win the beauty and brains, so they might just resort to trying to, like, illegal activity, you know what I'm saying? But I see that you've grown in awareness. The sun has come out. You are protected and abundant now. But I think that this was a past, that they have, all of what they've been doing have been a lot of risks that they took, and they're just lacking closure. That you grew a discernment around their plotting, and it was divine timing for you to get the authority, for you to get the letter of authority position or something like that. And they just looked like they were stuck in 6 cycles of their own, complicit of their own suffering. You know, they don't have resources. They don't have enough of what they need. They are not they ran out of talent, skills, and gifts. And you know, you just moved on with your partner, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Or something like that. That's what I'm saying, friends. These people are not, you know, I'm hearing a lot of women who were in competition for authority. They were trying to act like they were people who facilitated spiritual commitments. They were trying to act like that they were all this spiritual energy and stuff like that. But people realized that was the shadow sides of wealth, when people, that they weren't spiritual commitments, because when they got exposed for illegal activity, or got exposed for being envious of your home, it made people see them clearly that they were not a spiritual commitment, that they were hypocrites. They literally got publicly humiliated and took a major fall from grace, is what I'm hearing. And their establishment lost all value, and that's just how you let the beat build, bitch. Okay? Thank you so much, Group 1. Let me know how this resonates, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hi, Group 2. Welcome to your selection. So you chose the Dilettante. Delights in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Your coworkers, you might work in like a cubicle or a call center, or you may work in retail, commercial spaces. You might work where there are a lot of people. Okay, but it could be any kind of work. These people see you as, you could be looking very trendy at work. Maybe they see you with a lot of the latest gadgets, technology, fashion, aesthetics of any sorts. I think that, like, they see that you are, maybe you cannot really afford to be a professional, or you're not yet a professional at something, and they see that you still delighting in it, friend. Okay, they see that you're still delighting in it even though you're not yet a professional. And I think that, like, they see that you're very co-creational. And some people are like a low-key jealous about this, but you know, at your work. And I'm getting, some of you guys, you could have a lot of plants at your desk, or you could have a lot of artwork at your desk. Maybe you guys like to even do like crossroads, or you have like crossword puzzles, or like games, or like just fun activities at your desk or something like that. Or it's like something cool that you do to keep yourself delighting in something artistic while doing something technical, probably. They just see you as always being up to date as well. So they see that you have a lot of potential for power. Okay. Group 2, what is your how do your coworkers view you? So these people, they are they see that you could be getting ready for a commitment. I was definitely getting that. Maybe you have pictures of your spouse at your desk or something like that. Or you have like photographs, you know, like I said, pictures of your spouse at your desk. Or you could have, they can know that you are, maybe they're seeing your ring, your wedding ring. Maybe you talk about like, oh, my male influence, or my divine masculine, or my counterpart, or this, like, so, you know, they see that you are speaking about someone in your, someone important in your life. And they know that you guys you're a power couple, or they know that you guys work together. And that they know that you guys are both really delighting in the arts. LOL, okay? Something where they know that this is a commitment, okay? That they know where you guys are delighting in the arts. Some of these people, these co-workers are at the South Node. So these could be people who are disease-ridden. These could be people who are... they could be ex-felons, ex-cons. They could have criminal backgrounds, okay? Some of these are men who've had a rough background, okay? And so they could be seeing you all delighting in the arts. And this is totally opposite of this rough background that they come from. I don't know where you're at. Like, you guys are, and I think it's because a lot of these men, they were very superficial in their pursuits. And I don't think that you judge them for being these South Node people. Like, these are people who don't have fulfilling careers. People, you know, if you guys are at work, they're not happy at work. And so a lot of you come into work and you're happy, and they see that you're still delighting in the arts. They know that maybe you might have professional goals around something, and this embitters them. Like, they kind of get jelly seeing you delighting in your, you know, creativity, your art, and playing the wonderful game of life creatively, even while you're at work. And they just don't have anything to delight in, and they're just at work for a superficial reason, okay? Their families, I'm hearing something where they could have health problems. They could be in financial instability. These people can be cheaters, okay? And some of them, they might be trying to like hit on you at work, and you just know that they're married or something like that, okay? And you're just like, I know that you're a cheater, and I know that means that you're like at the South Node. You're like, they know, like, I don't know if it's like something subconscious, where they might be having feelings that are ill-tempered towards you. So that's especially for some of you guys, if you're checking their tarot cards. These could be people who are not totally aware of some type of ill temperament that they have towards you, because they are at work, you know, so they might wear their wedding ring to work, and you know that they're just there for superficial reasons, like just for the paycheck and stuff like that. And they see that you might be there for the paycheck, but you're also delighting in the arts as well. And I think that it, you know, it's like some hidden and unseen animosity from your co-workers, okay? Because you just reflect their superficial pursuit, and seeing you delighting shows that they don't have like fulfillment at work, okay, or in their life. We have house, this might be a continuation for pile 2 for you, okay? We have a good outcome. And then we have the get together, okay? And then on the bottom of the deck, high honors. Yeah, these men see you get a lot of rewards and recognition at work. You guys are you know, you get very, you're very skilled and talented and good at what you're doing at work is what I'm hearing, okay? You're very good at work. So that's great. But I feel like, you know, you are getting a good outcome. Maybe there was a conflict, a challenge, a stressful problem that you were having at work. Maybe you've been having issues at home and it's been impacting you at work. But I think that, you know, you are getting a good outcome in the situation because you've alerted these people of their danger and becoming superficial. So you've made them help. You kind of like, maybe you haven't even said anything, but I think that like you have made them hold themselves accountable for their own life. You made those decisions, and some of these people did not know what they did not know. And I think that that's where you find the line of symmetry. That's where you find the balance and harmonize what you perceive as positive and negative in a situation. And for them as well, I think that you actually, you know, this situation at work, perhaps you guys, you get together often or something like that, and you guys, I think that just sharing of information and alerting them of the danger, maybe you are speaking about it or just reflecting back to them something important. And you have a gift of humanity that allows you to discharge this ill temperament. I think, like, I guess how I don't know how else to say, but like I just feel like you are already, because you are so much more spiritually connected and abundant, you are intuitive about what they need to be more cooperative at work. These feelings of an ill temperament, watching you delight in the arts while they are just a superficial value, they're at the south node, is something subconscious that could be going on, but it could also be something that they're aware of. And it could lead to feelings, it's a hidden motivation. You know, when people have an ill will, it is a hidden motivation not to cooperate at work. So I don't know what's been going on at work, but you are getting a good outcome, okay? So these are about, like, I'm hearing these are about like really, you know, having peaceful relationships at work and being aware of the different kind of people that come to work, friend. These are ill people. And so a lot of them are under some kind of matrix black magic. They're under brainwashing, they're under illusions, they are under a matrix system of conditioning. And seeing your house and seeing your artistic home and maybe sharing your commitment and bond with, you know, these people in this matrix is, you know, it could create a lot of feelings of confusion, tensions, reflecting back to people's shadow aspects that they ultimately do need to acknowledge and let them know that if you don't have a abundant home that you're delighting in, it's because your pursuits have become superficial, and that's where they need to hold the responsibilities. I don't know what you're doing at work, but you're making them hold responsibilities, and this is leading to greater cooperation because some people have not been wanting to hold themselves responsible for their behavior, and they have been doing something to not cooperate at work or to leave you without something. Some of these people, this matrix system is, you know, people who pretend to have a deep knowledge when they don't. They're very pretentious. These people, especially like when you came around, you know, your artistic delighting showed these people that they were pretension, that they didn't have a deep knowledge of this artwork. You reflected back to, you know, them that you were the one that had this deep knowledge around this artwork or around something that you're not even yet a professional at, and it's like you're disillusioning professionals or people that they claim would be professionals. I'm also getting your body type could be disillusioning people that work as well, your physical body. Some of these people, they're very petty people, and they are black magic, and they will not evolve. So some of these people will not cooperate at work, and this is you kind of just need to work around them. And I think that you guys are finding a good outcome in a situation. Okay, so victory. Okay, these people at work, that's how you get victory. Okay, with that one, high honors from that one. Okay. That part. So that's the good outcome, is that you rose above some type of petty drama at work, got a victory. And when you display your deep Empress, Empress energy, when you display your delight, like something where they literally caught you delighting, friend. Some of them, they see that you are, this means that someone's getting ready to marry you, or they are getting ready to give you a house, okay? And they know, they see all this, and they're just like, damn. You make them feel invisible, low-key, at work, because you're so delighting and so abundant. Maybe you get a lot of attention at work. But I think that ultimately when these people come across you, some of these people are black magic brainwashed, and they will not cooperate because they cannot come out of, they have a limiting belief that you cannot evolve for them. That's not your responsibility. So they are under heavy brainwashing. And they will have a lot of different defense mechanisms to escape the responsibility that they're really a superficial value, that they're not really delighting, that they're low-key mad that you are delighting, right? They're low-key petty about shit, right? They'll do petty things. They're like petty gossips at work, petty rumors at work, petty non-cooperations. Some of y'all, these people are sending, I don't know, snarky emails. Like, these people are trying to, like, these people think that they're so professional. They think that they're so, I don't know, they had a very mediocre accomplishment. Or these people really do not, like, they're at work and they really do not know this complex concept the way that you do. And you are just this deep knowledge that was not superficial in your pursuits. And these people, they were just petty when they realized, like, or some of them realized that you were the deeper knowledge and the victory, the high honor. Because I don't know, the victory may have brought them into a stark realization and stopped them from denying the truth of reality. Literally, these people could be disconnected from reality because of a brainwashing or something like that as well. But something where they could have been aware that you were a deeper knowledge and you did something petty to try to stop you. Maybe you went through a big change working with these people. I also feel like these people, if they were like, some of these people are literally brainwashed. So if you're working in like a call center, or you're working in like a commercial retail space, don't even bother. Like, I don't know if you guys want to make friends with everybody. Like, just treat it as a ends to a means, and a means to an end, and like, just get out of there as quick as possible, because you will come across a lot of zombies in the apocalypse trying to, just there for, in a superficial pursuit. And you are just this. When they see your artistic home, they will project, and that will lead to non-cooperations, conflict, pettiness, gossip. Okay, it's about your approach to life that they had a problem with, because it was just so different than theirs, and it was clear that you were the high honor and getting a better outcome than them. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, how are people viewing you at work? Okay. They see that you were getting this commitment, because it's crazy. Like, it's like you were not the one chasing sex, money, and power, and now you're getting it in abundance. Some of them, they feel like they missed a big opportunity to be a part of your house, or to be, they said that they didn't get invited to the get together. Okay, something like that. They said they didn't get invited to your wedding. Okay, they wasn't invited to your marriage get together. Okay. How are your coworkers viewing you? Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, something that they're confused about. Ace of Swords. They know that you're getting victory. They just don't know how you're getting victory. And so I think that this is actually a really good outcome. But I think that you have concealed a lot of how you get victory. They see you delighting in the arts, friend. And they know that it's this abundance and this commitment and this true love and stuff like that. They see distinct qualities of your personality and your approach to life, and they just are very confused by all the different possibilities of you. Okay, some of this has made them not trust you. Okay, some of it has made them not trust you because they see that you're getting victory and you're getting high honors, and that you have this creativity that is unlimited. And they also see some of your other relational talents at work. Maybe you are, performing one talent at work, but you have other talents that, relate to it. And they're just very confused as to like, how all of these different things play into your home. Okay. So because some of them want to mimic your home, but they don't see how all these different elements of artistic delight have gotten you a victory and high honor. They see like, but this is all about your interrelational talents coming together, and it's a complex technique. And I don't think that, like, some of them, they want to compete at work, or they want to mimic your art home or something like that. And you just set so far apart from the cohort at work. You're very distinct. So you will get, when everybody gets together at work, you're likely to be found as the center of attention. Okay. But they see that you are getting victory. You're getting a good outcome. There's a new beginning of maybe marriage or some other reward that you're receiving, but they just are so unclear. They want to cooperate, but I think that there's so much illusion around your success as well with this Piscean energy. You are very dreamy and intuitive about your approach to life, and it's mysterious to these people, so it can create tensions at work as well. Some of these people are not so mad. You have won and got the victory with these people at work. Okay, but they're still mastering your role and the position that you play in their life, and how you are not a superficial pursuit compared to others. Some of you guys, you are taking an intuitive approach to becoming a professional, and they just see that you are just there with your art tools and telling them to be patient, like something. Some of these people are rushing you to complete tasks at work or something like that. You're just sitting there like, do not rush me. Don't rush me. This is a creative process or something like that. They're just trying to see how you're getting so much victory. And you're like, they know that you're getting victory. Maybe it's not happening so fast, but they're like, what was this intuitive process and this artistic pursuit that you went on that led to all of this, friend, that led to this house and this high honor? They just don't know how you did it, because some people want to follow your blueprint, your pink print, but they're so confused as to how all these distinct qualities of your personality and this process of you becoming unique, it was just a creative, intuitive, dreamy adaptation, and they just don't get it, that it has just literally been you delighting in the arts and reflecting back to you what you really want your career to look like, really what you really want your home to look like. And they just feel like lost souls who were chasing superficial pursuits, and they see that your home gets victory and they just are trying to like mimic it. LOL or something like that. Yeah, these are people, you're like the empress. It's like what I'm hearing. You're the empress, like you're so abundant. Maybe you even have like luxurious things around you. And kind of what I was getting at the beginning as well, it was like maybe they see you, if you're not so like luxurious, maybe they see you with knockoffs a lot, or they see you with unbranded things that kind of like are dupes for branded things. They just see you with a lot of, it's all very abundant, but they see you delighting in the experience of your possessions, of your artwork, the quality of your life, your standard of living, your chosen lifestyle, how you've approached your life, and they just know that you're just abundant, and they just look like people, and you're so successful at business as well, at work and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that makes sense. It was this was a good pile, but these people, they were, these are people who were coming around, and they were very unsuccessful at work. They were very unsupportive at work, unfaithful. They are really bad in business. Some of them could have been committing crimes at work as well, doing something petty at work to steal money. Very masculine women, okay, at work as well, and they just see that you are the one getting the victory, and they just feel so inept at trying to put together all these different components. They see so many distinct aspects of your personality, but they don't know how it all, like, what the process was, and they all coming together, how your interrelational talents relate to one another, or how they play a bigger role in this house that you have and this victory that you're getting. They just can't relate, friend. I just, like, some of this is brainwashing that they're under, conditioning that they're under. They're like zombies. But for others, if these are your partners, these people are definitely mastering some type of ineptitude when it comes to you. They feel like they don't have enough of what they need to approach you all the way. Something where these people at work don't feel like because they're confused about your approach to life or something like that, and they want to know more about your approach to life so that they can provide more structure and support for you. Okay, especially if you are getting ready for a marriage. This person wants to know more about, they're trying to create a letter. And this person is beautiful, okay? But I ultimately see that these coworkers, outside of your partner, these coworkers are just see that you are very unique at work. You're surrounded by luxurious goods, okay? Something like you're surrounded by the best quality of things, okay? They see maybe a lot of rich girl behavior, rich boy behavior. Maybe they see you doing a lot of happy hours. They see you having a lot of time freedom through the second house as well, and they just don't know. They want to follow your lead because some of you guys have opened up you're like a unique opportunity at work, and they really want to follow your pathway, but no, like your identity, like through the first house, your identity cannot be copied. In this process that you've taken, this journey and this voyage to the self, they are so confused as to how all this came to be. They're lacking tremendous clarity, okay? They're so frustrated at work, a lot of these people, but I think that that's probably where you should keep them. Don't tell them about your approach to life. I think that you'll find you're intuitive about what your masculine needs to craft their letter, but for something for these other people, the ones who've been competing at work, they just feel they're unsupportive, and so I think that makes you not trust them. They were unsupportive. I'm hearing these could be people that you cut off at work. Maybe you stopped talking to them at work, or you had created a new opportunity where you didn't have to work with them anymore. But ultimately, what I feel like is that, like, keep the illusions coming, friend. Like, you confuse them a lot on purpose. They just, like, I think that some of these people, you could have a wishful thinking that these relationships could work out at work. But some of them, they're just inept. You are still getting a good outcome, but adjust your expectations around them. Some of you guys are taking a new beginning somewhere else, okay? Does that make sense? Thank you so much, pal 2. Let me know how that resonates. This is how your coworkers view you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your selection. So you got the mentor. An inability to allow the student to move on to the role of the master, imparting false instructions. This could be somebody in an authority position. This could be your mentor. If this is a boss, okay, that you're concerned about, this person definitely imparts false instructions. This person doesn't want you to master yourself, okay, at work. Some of you guys, if you are, some of you guys, this is a man that has been standing in the way of your career, okay? A boss, someone who doesn't want you to master yourself. Okay. But let's get more information. Let's see what's going on. How do your coworkers view you? How are your coworkers viewing you? Group 3. How are your coworkers viewing you? A siren. Chair. I knew you were setting off alarms at work, friend. Like, that's not good. When you walk past, people see stars, okay? That's spooky, okay? Especially the men. We have a long road. So you've been at work with these people for a while, and you have been under a tyrannical boss. This person has literally not been letting you master yourself. I don't know what they're doing, but they have been having some type of coercive control over your career, okay? Let me see what's going on. How do your coworkers view group 3? Yeah, that's what I knew. They see you as a child at work. These people are so bossy, overbearing, demanding, and controlling. You are a child, but I won't say that you're a child. You are legal age, but these could be romantic people who are romantically attracted to you, but have a issue with your age. Okay, they see you as a child, but I'm hearing that you're a child that they want to fuck. Okay, that's the gag. Some of them, they like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and marry that one. Some of you found your partner at work. LOL. Okay, you found your partner at work, and they see that you guys have been on a long road together since you were a child. That this person has been your mentor since you were a child, but it's because they could not resist you, but they also do not want you to master yourself, because they knew that means that you would not be a child anymore, and that they could not control you anymore. So they keep imparting false instructions, or they don't want you, they're doing something else to stop you from mastering yourself, because they will give you more autonomy and independence to maybe move away from them. I think that this is a man at work that's your boss that does not want you to leave them, okay? And you're just like, you're not my boss anymore. I will master it. I'm hearing that this relationship ended bad because they literally just did not want you to master yourself, because they did not want you to expand your opportunities of possibility. And it ended badly because I think that you were very devoted to this mentor since you were a child. You were not going to leave them, but they were like, oh, you're a child, you're naive, you're going to go find someone else, because it's like something where they were attracted to you because you were a siren, but you were a child. And so they, like, this was their coercive control. It's like they had, like, they might have even, like, something with the false instruction. Something happened where they saw you were a child. See, I just keep looking at this baby face. Every time this card comes out, this baby face so fat. Like, they just see that you were just like this brand new child or something that just came to work. Like, maybe this was your first job or something like that, and your boss could not resist you. And they literally they know that if you master yourself, that you're gonna be grown, and you're gonna maybe choose somebody else. Maybe this person could be having anxieties about their physical appearance. This person can be having anxieties about growing old or your age difference, because they see you as young and naive, and they see that you could be reckless, and that you're destructive, that you're childish and immature, but they cannot resist you. So you guys got caught in this weird struggle and this internal struggle where they saw you as this child, but they can't resist you. So some of them is coming in to marry you anyway. And you're like, girl, yeah, I whipped them. I was just a child, though, you know. I ain't mean to do it. I ain't mean to. I was just a child, you know. I'm just a girl, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to whip them. But they was overbearing, demanding, and controlling, and so some of them have not been a good mentor to you. Like, they don't want you to work, is what I'm hearing, because they know that you're irresistible. So they just want to keep you cocooned, like in a cocoon like this image. They want to keep you up under them. Literally, they want you just to be up under them. And you see how you wanted to break free? Like, friends, some of y'all getting emancipated. You got emancipated from your parents or something like that. Like, some of y'all got emancipated. Y'all, this partner also see that you, like, I don't know who this is at work, but they see that you have some behavioral health issues at work. You start acting crazy at work. They see that you start acting crazy at work, and then you just calm down and go back to your mentor and just sit with them or something. You just go sit with your mentor, friend. Yeah, wild thoughts. These people at work they cannot resist you. And then you're a trendsetter too. Like, come on, they're seeing you set trends. They're watching you be like this it person. So they're very like afraid that you know, this mentor doesn't want you to leave them. And I don't think that you will leave them, but I think that they know that if you master yourself, you might leave them. Okay, and they're wild about you. Okay, they're very wild about you, friend. We have Libra energy, yeah, partner, okay. That's very cute. So, you know, this person. Who is this person at work, friend? They obsessed with you, even though they see this age difference. It's such an internal struggle for them, but they see that you're setting trends and that you reflect the world, the radiance of the world, and they're obsessed with you, whoever this person is at work. But they don't want you to master yourself. They know that you need something to master yourself, and they don't want to give it to you, friend. I don't know what it is, but this pile is wild. What is going on at work? Something where you see how this little thing just curving up, like something where they get hard, friend. They own wood every day, like something where they cannot resist you at work. Y'all, they can't resist you at work, okay? Some of these people, they may have disconnected from you very quick. They never let you master in the world. Maybe they never promoted you. Maybe they were, you know, they just sat there. I'm hearing something where they just sat there and watched you set another trend or something like that. They watched you set another trend, or they literally, I don't know what happened, but some of them, you may have left this job, or they may have left the job, and it was never explained why it didn't work out, but it was really because they couldn't resist you, but they saw you as a child. Okay, it was like it was never going to work because you were too childish and immature or something like that, but they could not resist you. So when things ended, it felt like it may have felt very destabilizing, because you guys did work a lot together, or they did provide a lot of different instructions. This was a partner. It may even had involved a lot of contact with one another, a lot of contracts, legal contracts with one another. This relationship, you definitely worked with this person, so this could definitely be where you were working on a team with someone as well, okay? And they never let you master yourself. They never gave you, I'm hearing some of them, they never gave you the paper, okay? They never gave you the paper, is what I'm hearing. And they knew that was what you needed to master yourself, is the contract, or they never sent the contract or something like that. Some of these people at work, they disconnected, and that showed you that they were just like not really a team player. Like some of them, they really just were really rigid at work. Okay, especially like if you had a boss that was a man, okay, and you were like young, there was a big age difference or something like that. It's like something where they even got seduced by their own role, okay, and started imparting false instructions. And you guys just never, I don't think you were doing that well on the job or something like that. Okay, some of you guys, you quit this job to be an entrepreneur, or to, maybe you got sexually harassed at this job. Yeah, this job, I don't know, with these co-workers, they were a lot of grief. It sent you into isolation, and now they're watching you set trends. Is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that these feels like past, but like they represented grief. That's what I was gonna get as well. Like something where they represented a loss, because they were not able to resist you, and things got wild at work. Like what happened at work, friends? Something where they couldn't resist you, and things got wild at work. Okay. Now they see that you're this popping trendsetter, but I think that after they were false, and they, like, I don't know, I feel like this could be a situation where they kind of just like, they let you on a little bit, but you were a child. They were like, they never had any intentions on following through. They might have broken a lot of promises, or this large age difference, they were just like, nah, I mean, like, I'd be a pedophile for you, friend. Like something where it was a large age difference or something like that. Like, what's your limit on age difference? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe this was someone that was way older than you at work, but it was like they were seduced by this role with you, this power dynamic, this bossing and telling you what to do, and you know, you being the one that was like in their little cub or something like that. You spent a lot of time with this person at work or something like that, but when you know, they died, some of them died. But for others, you just really feel like you lost a good partner or something like that. Let's see what happened. How do your co-workers view you? We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. These co-workers saw you manifest something with the Magician. I think that they, you know, especially as this trendsetter, some of you guys, you manifested, you left this job, maybe you went, there was grief, there was loss associated with this job, and they saw that you recover from this job and found your balance again, because you were a siren. They couldn't resist you, and this was very destabilizing, getting so many different, like getting approached so much at work. Or this situation, it could have been multiple people at work, people who were wild about you, but I'm also getting that this was a boss that could not resist you, and it literally was a traumatic experience. Things got wild at work, and it left you to recover, and they see that, you know, since taking a financial hit, some of you guys went bankrupt after this situation. They see that you've set a major trend, and you're getting an inheritance from that. They see that you manifested something. Some of them, they see that your hips got bigger, your hips spread. They see your body fully developed from when you were a child. Your hips spread or something like that. Oh God, so dramatic. But yeah, they see that you recover from the hardship of losing this job or losing this income or whatever situation that got out of hand at this workplace, because you was just a siren, friend. They could not control themselves. I don't know what happened. Y'all better let them know, friend. No, like something happened at work where you were a child. You were not able and equipped enough to handle this experience. Like a lot of mature men who are coercive and could not, like maybe they started sexually harassing you, or they literally just could not control themselves, and you didn't know how to send rejections, you didn't know what this all meant. It was like something where you were balancing, you know, you were still trying to balance your perspective about life or something like that. You were still figuring things out. I don't know what, friend. You were still trying to learn how to balance your responsibilities with the Two of Pentacles. And then they came around what they would. Like something where they came around what they would, and you over, friend, it's like they came. You was so inequipped, friend. You was not at all ready for this situation that happened at work, where these men could not resist you. So, I think that you were just trying to still juggle your responsibilities, learn your role, get the right instructions and things of that nature. And they came around on wood, friend, like, and it was wild because you're like, I'm just a child. Some of y'all did not know how to tell them no at work. Some of them did touch you without consent. Like, it was a lot going on, friend. I'm hearing that it ended painfully because you came around as this fine ass young woman or young man, and they could not resist you. And they see that something happened because of this, right? A loss happened, something where you needed to recover financially and spiritually, and they see that you've manifested as a trend or something like that. They see that you may have created something. There was a lot of poetic justice in this situation, is what I'm hearing, friend. It helped you learn how you relate to others in a big way, because you are a siren. You were not. This was a neurodivergent. You're very neurodivergent, and these neurotypical people just came. They just got wild, friend, when they saw you setting sirens off, coming to work. I don't know what happened. You came to work and it was ringing the alarm, okay? And people, these men and whatever women too, I'm hearing it was a siren of chaos. Give me more about this magician. How are your coworkers viewing you? This is so funny, low-key, but I think that, like, it's funny in hindsight. It's funny after the recovery, you know what I'm saying? Like, but while you were going through a hardship, you're just at work trying to learn how to work, and you're getting, like, sexually harassed, okay? So that could be a struggle, okay, with the magician. Yeah, the 5 of Wands. These coworkers from the past, they are still struggling, okay? They see that, it was just a temporary depression. You are not working with them, but it was just that's what I said, right? With the 9 of Wands, they couldn't resist you, although they wanted you to be, like, I don't know, maybe either it was even in a situation where they knew that if you were to get the correct instructions, or you would get the right information, or if you would master your role, that you might even take their position, that you might even, outgrow them in a way, okay? And they saw that you were there in the same work environment as them, but they consider you to be a young child. And so it was so many complex emotions and so many struggles around being, having a harmonious relationship with you at work. I think that ultimately you did not work with them because their struggle was too intense, okay? The hardship of the realization with that your siren caused, it was, I don't know what happened, but you literally had, like, this, you were a stark realization to people. And you might not have even known this, but you created a lot of struggle with your coworkers and people in your working environment. Your aura and your goddess form, your body, a lot of it was your body as well. People got really tight and really tense, and it created a lot of drama in a workplace, is what I'm hearing, okay? And maybe you had to leave this job unexpectedly, and they saw that you recovered from it, but they still, like, you couldn't work with them because their struggle was too bad about you being a siren, about you being very professional and working as well, okay? They did not want you to master yourself, so you did not work with them, okay? And now they see that you were offered relief in another way, or you got another partner, or you literally just set a big trend and didn't need to work with them, okay? LOL, friend. That sucks, but lessons learned. You was just a fine fox on the loose, friend. I don't know what happened. Thank you so much. I'll see you later, group 3. Let me know how this resonates, and I'll see you in the next one.